It's your city boy OG Bry-dee, host of Urban Realness. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, and that notification button. Now I'm gonna jump right into this. Part of it is hustling backwards, but it's called dropouts or drop-ins. Yeah, it's trending about the dude, Rondo, whatever his name is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, he denounced his membership in gangs. First off, let's keep it real about the rappers that claim gangs. Gang members are involved in criminal structures for the most part. At least let's say a high percentile rate of them, in the high 90% percentile rate. And as a former active gang member, I know what that means because I would immediately get out of prison and get busy that first week, if not that first day. So how active was this cat? Did he actively pick up a firearm and unfortunately go shoot a rival? Did he engage in criminal activity? Did he jump over counters and hit licks? Did he do a litany of things that gang members do? No. He just claimed. What he probably, most likely, was a cat that was paying rent. Because when you think about it, your Lil Waynes, your Chris Browns, your Quando Rondos, and different cats that claim these West Coast factions of Crips and Moves, they haven't actually went and did anything to the benefit of the violent aspect of the gang, to the benefit of the gang notoriety, per se, or the infamy of the gang. They just claim. And they're paying someone down the line, somewhere, somebody's benefiting from it that's from the gang. I'm telling you, because if I had somebody claiming my set, that was a mega star in that arena, I'll be getting paid. Straight out. Some kind of way I'm going to benefit from it. So he's a dropout now? No. He was just a drop in. That's what those guys are, drop in. That's hustling backwards. Every gang member, and I challenge anybody to go contrary to this, every gang member who's hustling is hustling for a better way of life, meaning to get out of that environment, to perhaps move to the suburbs, to get a fly condo or apartment somewhere, to get finer things in lives. So why would a guy that's a multi-millionaire decide he would like to be a gang member? We all see what happened to Suge Knight. Man was worth a few $100 million at one time, a couple $100 million at the minimum. And he decided he wanted to be a gang member. That's hustling backwards. Those guys are drop-ins. They can never be dropouts based on the fact that they've not done anything to benefit the gang as far as hands-on. I don't understand it. The hustling backwards aspect of it. So he's trending, but I have a partner who stays in my comments from Signal Hill TV. And he said, I bet you all they're going to talk about is this guy. But they're not going to talk about how Bank of America has a loan product with no money down if you're a homeowner. And it's 3 steps. You know, you have to make under $100,000 a year. You have to have tax returns for 2020 and 2021. And you have to take a homeowner's class for 30 days waiting period. And you can get a loan in cash. But see, we don't worry about things like that. So we'll get back to the dropouts and the drop-ins. These guys claim gangs that they've never even lived in that environment, first off. That's the first thing. Then they come here and you have certain guys who got juice in the gang or whatever, and they want to hang out with them. But they don't really want to hang out with them in that environment unless it's a controlled environment or a safe environment. So we're going to keep that 100. And then they want to put on their songs that they're a member of this. You hear you got all these kids following you while you live up in the suburbs in a cushy, gated community. You come through and do a photo shoot with a few of the guys that, you know, are getting money or whatever from that environment, from that gang that you claim. And you're like, yeah, I went to Cali, I was with the homies, I checked in and all that. With the homies. And then you change your telephone number on them. Oh man, I had to get rid of that phone next time you come through. And I didn't have your number in it, or I lost that phone. That's your excuse. Yet you go back to your geographical area where you're from and say like, yeah, I was with the homies, I was kicking with the homies, like you were an active participant in something. Knowing that you're defecating your pants. For those that don't know what defecate means, it means you're shitting your pants if some dudes came through dumping while you were standing out there. Or if one of your homies got shot to F me up in front of you while you were standing out there. So you take a few of those cats in your entourage, you try to get a couple of well-known ones, you try to get a couple of money men who you know going to bring some hitters with them. And you say you're part of that environment. So Quando, whatever his name is, was never really from that set like that. He was a drop-in. He was a cat that was being used. It doesn't matter what geographical area you're from because they kill everywhere, they hustle everywhere, they do the same thing, same flavor, different twist. So I'm not saying that. He may have been from that neighborhood outside of his environment. But we all know he wasn't cut from that stock. And when I mean outside of his environment, outside of California, because we acknowledge sets from other areas, you know. We acknowledge dudes that claim our hoods. We acknowledge that. There's no problem. Especially in the feds, you know, if you're from the set, you're from the set. It doesn't matter what state you're from the set. Okay, that's understandable on that level in that mentality of gang membership. Yet in the same token,